is the type of clouds. What's going on, and the reason it looks this way, is the fires up in Georgia. Yep, it's probably gonna wash me out. That's cool. Drinking my tea. About to take a walk to the mailbox with the wife. And it's been a good day. I was up in Baker most of it, getting my job done. Oh, picked up some side work, which is pretty cool. Did an exchange of hardware for that one. We'll talk about that one another time, but I'm gonna enjoy this walk, and afterwards, we'll talk some more. So when we were outside, you saw that smoke. Well, that smoke's been around for a while. It's just not been so heavy here until the last few days. That fire is up in Georgia, and from where I'm at to where it's at, it's about 60-70 miles as the crow flies, which straight line of travel. It's about 65 miles for me to get to Baker County from here, and that's a little bit longer way. You can go 60 and get there a little quicker, but this is about 20 miles north of there, maybe a little further than that. So I did some research real quick so I could be a little bit more knowledgeable as I spoke of this fire. That fire started April 6th due to a lightning strike, and it is currently 1,333 acres. 133,000 acres. I'm sorry. Huge. And because I work with departments up there, I actually know a little bit more about this fire. What's really interesting about it is last night they were doing some burn lines, and what a burn line is what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll cut a path with backhoes and tractors and try and clear brush and trees and all that to take fuel away from the fire. And then what they'll do is from that back cut, I forget the exact name they use for it, they'll take and they'll do a controlled burn out towards the fire to help contain it. And currently the fire is only 12% contained, and last night they were doing some of this containment work of cutting back lines and doing some controlled burns. Some embers took and carried by the wind went to an area that they weren't prepared for it to go, causing a flare-up, causing it to kind of take off, and they weren't able to get it back under control until this morning. This is a huge fire near the Okefenokee Swamp Reserve. This is near the Florida-Georgia line. Right now, Florida's not too terribly affected. We just have a lot of smoke. You smell it. I mean, we're smelling it in St. Augustine. It was really bad on my way to work. The entire trip was a hazy smoke cloud. In fact, I turned it to recycle the inside air versus the outside air today, just to keep the smoke smell out of the vehicle. It's just kind of really interesting to work with the emergency responders and that management piece, and to learn these things and understand these things, the wind over the next few days, how it will affect it. And working with the emergency management people allows me to ask questions that the public may not always get. The last hurricanes that went through right before Matthew came through, we had another one that threatened us. The days before, as we were all preparing here in Florida, I was out in Baker County. I had my radio on. I have a lot of information that I'm gathering when these things happen. And as I'm talking to the sites and I'm talking to these emergency management personnel that I actually can have access to, you learn a lot. And, we're preparing for an area, and then we'll hear, the national people come on and they tell us what's up. And there's calls that involve multiple areas. And it's when you see all these things come together, these responses and these incidents, like this huge massive fire or a hurricane coming through, and how all these areas around will help come together and work the issue, work whatever could be the problem. So, I'm very blessed to work with these people and very blessed to have understood this fire for many, many weeks. In fact, 4 or 5 weeks ago, one of the emergency management personnel, actually, she went up there to help them to better understand how to push out their incident responses, how to manage the software aspect to keep people informed, which I thought was really cool. And I think that's actually where we're going to leave it today. My wife and I want to go watch a movie, and I just wanted to get this done. I saw the smoke, and I was like, that's what I want to talk about today, the fire. I know some people up in Georgia, so if you're watching, hey, how you doing? Hope the fire's not affecting y'all too much. Probably not. I'm maybe even closer to the fire than you are. So, if you want to see more content like this, comment down below and let me know. Like, subscribe, share, would be awesome. And we will talk to you on the flip side. #111TV.